Google pay-per-click ads for care homes. Today, I'm going to go through the dashboard of a real life Google pay-per-click campaign for a care home. And please, fire away with any questions. And that's the aim really of this video, is to show you some of the basics. If you're running Google pay-per-click ads for care homes, or you're thinking of running Google pay-per-click ads to help you get more inquiries. And as I say, the aim of this is to go through some basics and for you to ask me any questions in the comments or wherever you are seeing this video. So just if you are not doing Google pay-per-click ads right now, here of course is an example of what we mean. So let's say I'm a family member. I'm thinking of looking for a care home in Manchester, and I do a search here. I've just put UK because I'm not actually in the UK right now, but that might be a search that I put in care home Manchester, for example. The ads, ideally your ads, Google pay-per-click ads, must come up the top here. These of course are all organic listings, but we probably find an ad popping up at some point. Here we go. There's an ad here from New Care Homes, Rimslow Care Home. Ideally, that ad should be right at the very top, and there'll be a reason why it's not there when I am searching right now. Perhaps because I am physically not in the UK. That might be a reason. If you go to the second page, no ads are coming up. But essentially, that's where your ads should be. And here's a classic one, care.com. Here's another ad. But let me just go back to the first page, see if one pops up. Probably won't. One won't. No, but that's where your ads should be, right at the very, very top. These are the organic listings. But you want to make sure that your ads are right at the very, very top. And there you go, you see that ad is there. So that's the basics of Google pay-per-click ads. And then I want to go right into the dashboard of a real life care home right now. This is the basics of what you'll see. Now, I should say here that I actually don't run the ads myself. It's my team, in particular Victoria. She runs the ads. She's the expert. But I'm here to help you get a basic understanding, particularly if you don't know, because I've learned, and I'm going to pass over the information that I've learned from my team running these Google ads, and hopefully convey to you some of the key things you should be keeping an eye out, particularly if you're interested. So this here is an all-time. So I'm in the Google pay-per-click dashboard right now. This is all-time. I think this campaign has been running for a couple of years. And the key page, you see where I am, is overview. There's so many elements that you can start to look at and dig around at. And if you've got any questions, as I say, on any of them, then please put them in comments and I will answer them. But I'm just going to stick around on the overview, and this is what you'll see. So you see all campaigns. You can select a campaign here because there will be different campaigns within your Google pay-per-click dashboard, depending upon what campaigns you are running, whether it's dynamic DSA is dynamic ads. This is generic home keyword targeting. So this is based on keywords, probably within the Salford area. This care home is actually in Salford. It actually has a military connections. It's a care home that has a particular interest in looking at, in supporting veterans, so that's why there's a military keywords. And this is again your geographical targeting. But there happens to be, again, and this is display, this is a PMAX display. But the central message I want to convey here is that you can set as many different kinds of campaigns as you like. But here there are four campaigns under this particular account. And you're always going to be getting Google telling you various improvements, and our general advice actually is to not always do what they recommend. Best to know what works before doing everything and anything that Google recommends. But here is the key info. So this particular home, which, as I mentioned, is in Salford, Greater Manchester, has spent 22,000 over the last probably 2 years. And this is interesting because then you can see here whether you want to see how many clicks have been made, or, for example, impressions. Impressions is like literally the number of times that people have seen your ads. So here you've got 351k, and also an important metric to know is conversions. Now, a conversion is when someone does a call to action on your website. That might be from having seen your website, clicking on your ads, going to your website, and then doing an action such as making a call, making an email inquiry, making a live chat inquiry, or getting a brochure. And here you can set up your conversion categories, download, submit lead forms on your website. That might be a contact form submission or phone calls, for example. So here you can see, if you click on phone calls, there's been 642 phone calls made according to that spend. So this is interesting to have a look at. My preference actually is probably conversions or impressions, because you have a cost per conversion here. The cost per conversion is perhaps more important than the actual number of conversions. But again, you can set that as to what you like. Just a word of warning around conversions is that that's very much Google speak. That's Google language, and is actually quite deceptive, because someone may click, for example, to email you, but not send you an email. So it's Google saying, well, they've clicked on the contact us via email, but not actually clicked. Not actually sent you an email. So that's not much use to you, is it, as a care home? You want to know if someone has actually sent you the email. So that's why conversion numbering is a pretty horrible Google language I don't like, but it does indicate to you about how well your Google ads are performing. So that's why it's useful to know that. Another key thing to keep I certainly keep an eye out, and with something you should be keeping an eye out, is its optimization score. Sometimes when we go and take over Google pay-per-click ads for care homes, we might see this like 50, 40%. It's got to be like 90%. Again, here you've got all recommendations from Google. I wouldn't necessarily do them. Always you're welcome to have a look, but don't necessarily do them. But your optimization score is a key indicator of how well your ads are performing, and optimization score is key. And you can see here the various optimization scores for these various campaigns, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And you can see it's 100%. That's after 2 years of working at it, continual optimization, but that's what you need to be getting to. And this is one I really like. Here on keywords. In fact, no, this is what I prefer even more. If you can come down here, and you can see this is what people are actually searching and actually clicking. You see where my cursor is? I've set it for clicks. So this is where searches that people are making and then subsequently clicking. So you can set that to impressions or clicks or conversions or costs. I like to see it at clicks, because I want to know what ads people are clicking on after they've made a search. And you've got various pages. So here we can start off. The most popular search right now is care homes near me. And if you hover over it, you can actually see that 2.56 thousand times. Let me get this right. 2,500 times of that ad was seen when people search care homes near me, but it was clicked on 277 times. And you see here a slight difference: care homes near me, care home near me, and care homes in Manchester. Again, 624 impressions, 62 clicks. But you can see that over time, with your optimization score, increasing. These are the kinds of keywords you would expect and want your care home to be seen in when people are searching. And there they all are. Now, it's actually just a thing that I always like to see and know is that, for example, these are all good searches, but if here where I am, care home close to me, if, for example, I didn't want my ads to be seen when people are making those keyword searches, I can add as negative keywords. And I'm not going to get into it today, but that is a real good strategic initiative to make, is to be always adding negative keywords to your Google Ads. That will help cut out, for example, people searching for jobs, young people searching for jobs, for example, which you don't want if you're looking to get more inquiries. But you can see obviously the military focus here, the keywords for this particular home, retirement homes for ex-servicemen. And we're getting into the weeds a little bit, but if you hover over that search, you can then see the more details about that keyword. It was very much a broad match. You can have exact match phrases or broad match phrases. Again, if you've got any questions on that, fire away, and I will do a separate video to actually answer it. So please just make sure you've got any questions as we go. And then you will find that people are searching most on mobile phones, and there it is for you to see and to have that confirmed to you. There are ways to make sure that maybe it's weighted more towards desktops, but again, we can come to that at another time. Why? Because it may well be the case that people who are more seriously looking and searching for care homes would prefer to do it on their computer, their Mac, their tablet, rather than their phone. But again, that's something for your Google pay-per-click specialist to be thinking about. I really love this. This is when you can see what your most common ads themselves, and here you can see the numbers on it, the clicks and the click-through rate, the clicks and the impressions, and it gives you an idea of the most successful ads that are running in your Google pay-per-click for your care homes. And if you see something like this dynamically generated, that's Google using its own machine learning and AI to create headlines for you that it believes, based on its machine learning, will work best for you. And again, if we go back, if you remember, to the Google Ads campaigns, let's see if we've got this select a campaign. You've got here dynamic search ads. Again, so that's giving Google some leeway to create their own ads based on what it thinks is going to work best for you. So that's nice to know, I always think. And I actually like these two a lot, this category here and this category here. I like to see the ads. And by the way, these are kind of ad extensions, and you can include these in your ads for your care homes, and that's something else to keep an eye on. I now also really like this, and let's see what it comes up with for me here. These are how you can see how your ads compared to your competitors. And let me see if I've got top of page. I like top of page rate, or let's see, position above rate, impression share. It's not coming up particularly well under impression share, but I want to give you something that shows it very well. This is probably pretty good, but again, this is us in blue, and you can see here are all the competitors for this particular home. Lottie's competing, Care UK is competing, Kingsley Health, Helping Hands, MHA, and then some others. And then you can see where you are compared to all your competitors. In this case, this care home is doing better than all these other competitors, and that's where you want to be, right? You want to be beating all your other competitors in your catchment areas, and there's a whole number of ways that you can see how you are doing based on, as I said, top of page rate is key. It's just, for some reason, it's not coming across particularly well on this screenshot, but that might be just a bit of a glitch today, but that's a key one. So, and also this is quite interesting. You can see the days and the times that people are most likely to gain impressions. But let's go to clicks. I'm curious. Again, Sundays. Yes, here we go. Look at this. Sundays, between 6 and 7 o'clock. That's a time when people, leisurely are looking around. So I could, in fact, even do a separate video on this itself, on what we've done. If you would like me to do that, let me know and I will do that. So that's key category and thing to be looking at. So those 100% is probably the most interesting aspects to look at from a very, very kind of fundamental, having a glance and look at of how your ads are performing. I hope that helps. I have some other videos on PR marketing for cows on this channel. Make sure you go and have a look at those. I do repeat, if you would like me to do a specific video on anything I've gone through today, just put a question or a comment in the comments and I'll do exactly that.